Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos.
Your 2026 Denver Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. On the return, here's Ray Davis. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And our first play of the game is going to net them a single yard. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Allen. His first throw is an interception. Picked up Alex Singleton. And the Broncos get the football on the first turnover of the contest. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
First down now, ball at the 33. Nick starting with the pass. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he sails that one over the end zone. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Nick's off the play action. This is Ingram working the left side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Nick's with it on first. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. And they set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Hit behind the line. That ball's loose. But the Broncos will get it back. Whew, heads-up play to recover that one. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line. Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and they found the end zone as a result. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point, not too confident, but it had enough to go. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Dave, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on fourth. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Broncos.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
There's the fake. Here's Nix. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. The defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Now, we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And this one doesn't go far. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making the stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball, and that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Oh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. He'll hang on to it on the 2nd down option. Oh, Allen loses it. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
So that's now a second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Broncos offense all set to go. They're going to start just inside of enemy territory following that pick. First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. It's Harvey straight ahead. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Plowing up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got Sutton complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Here's a look for Nix. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st and 10. He keeps Nix his hit. He lost that football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. So they steal away possession and add some extra yards for their offense after that fumble return. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Back to the air, Allen. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Mitch Wisnowski on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Give him 5 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
First and 10. It's Harvey. He'll cobble together a yard there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix looking to throw. Finds Troutman. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense, getting him down behind the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll air it out on 3rd. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's on target to Johnson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
1st down. A gain of 15.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
To throw again, it's Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Allen gonna throw again. Going with the screen to Johnson. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play.
Really? Are you kidding me? One better than this.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got it at the 6. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Davis has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They motion a receiver left. They give here to the motion man. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Now from back at the 4, here's 3rd and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and goal for Allen. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And somebody jumped on it around the 5. Who's got it? Oh, officials say it's going to stay with the offense. That right there was impressive, Brock. Even with the fumble, absolutely no panic on his part. Finding that football, keeping the play going, and taking it in for 6.
I am just hearing My old offensive coordinator, Tom Moore, say whoever plays the hardest the longest wins. And that's what you got to do. You got to play harder. You got to play longer than your opponent. And when you get an opportunity, go seize it.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harvey, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. All down there by Deion Walker.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air on 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Pride getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
20-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the turnover into a lead. Well, Brock, we both know this. Some guys are only looking to make the tackle and end the play. Others come in hunting for the football and forcing fumbles in hopes of getting exactly what we just saw.
And it could be tough for these receivers. A lot of times, they know contact is coming, but they don't always get to prepare for it. They don't always see it.
Yeah.
And these elite defenses, well, they view a completed pass as just another opportunity to create that kind of fumble, and sometimes even a defensive touchdown.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Bills 7.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Ty Johnson now to return, and he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Bills set to take over offensively. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Allen setting up play action. Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for second. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Second and 10, still at the 28. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They've got a man in motion. Allen on 3rd and short. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Mitch Wisnowski headed back down as they'll punt it away once more. Marvin Mims on the return. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Giving this to Harvey. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Designed run, here's Nix. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that first down marker. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Setting him on the dive. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Nix with it on first. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Harvey. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They're going option. Oh, no. He lost control of another one. It didn't look like a Bill got it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive. Ends in a whimper from that offense. And a real roar from the defense, who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it.
Yeah.
A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. Escapes the defender. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 24 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now. They need 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Quarterback of his renown, kid, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
So on fourth down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit and Matt Prater. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Harvey. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Play action with Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. He gets it again. And he's defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Stopped for no gain, and it leaves them 6 yards out on 3rd and goal.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this at 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And they're going to score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 13-point lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Bronc. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Not sure what that was about, but it skips off the crossbar. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure coming, it's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Still 10 to go, 2nd down now from the 26. Man in motion here. 2nd down, here's Allen again. Throwing the out route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Blitz coming here. Allen setting up the screen. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Davis. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Davis. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's been one of the players of this game. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
Guys, what are you doing?
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
True story, Kate. After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, "I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest." That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass. And the receiver, do your job.
Mix again on 2nd and 10. Setting up the running back screen. They aren't getting anything here, Brock. They're actually going to lose some. Back to the 10.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Wow, it's free again! And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention.
Ridiculous. Take him out. Waste of time. Come and see it. Never mind.
Punt team on the field. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. 1st down throw for Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Handoff here to Davis. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Bills 1st down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Second down now, 7 to go. To the air again, Allen. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And that brings up 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Motion man sent left. Allen on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Wisnowski on and ready for the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Option design here. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
Like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You know, anytime you see a player tapping his chest, I'm not a great lip reader, but I know exactly what that says. My bad. My fault. Quarterback delivers him a good ball. He knows that's one he should have caught.
Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here.
20-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. In motion, right is Cooks. Running out of the gun with Davis. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back now, pressure coming. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. We'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
This gets forward to around the 29. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 3rd down.
They still need 4. 3rd down now after the penalty. Again, Allen to the air. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They're going to bring on Mitch Wishnowsky to handle this punt. Denver set to take the field on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Finds Troutman. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Back to the line they come. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. They'll run here following the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now Nix on 3rd down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out about the 15-yard line. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down, it's a run with Davis. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Allen. That's brought in. It's his back, Ray Davis. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Davis takes it straight ahead. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing here, Allen. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And he could have a free play here. Going with the screen to Johnson. He's out of bounds as there's a flag down. This one should be on the defender who jumped early.
Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now. Allen. He lofts it deep right side. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play.
20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Nix again on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And he's taken out just short of that marker, but a flag is out. So let's see if they're going to get a redo here on 3rd down. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. First call here coming from the shotgun. Davis gets it from the gun. Has good room at the 35. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Now a design run. Lost control of another one. And the Broncos corral it. There he goes on the right side. And this return will reach the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway, They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Extra point try now from Lutz. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Johnson now on the return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage. His team offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30. Back to the air, Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Their punter making his way out now. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him.
20-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nix now to throw. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Matt Milano in to pick it off. Worked through his progression, nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
The Bills are headed out, and we're going to see Ray Davis. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Allen to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The Bills sending out Matt Prater now. This one from an even 40 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the margin stays glued at 20.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Broncos get the football. Not a lot of time left in the half. And up a very comfortable 3 scores. Really no need to try and get anything here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. One of the tight ends motioning left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out.
Brings up
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 29-yard
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the ground game here. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They've got first down here from the 36. They send a man in motion. He's back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Looking to throw. He loses it again. And this one kicks out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but a tough spot now after a massive loss. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend, and that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 2nd down, give to Harvey. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going deep! And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Going right back to Davis. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. First and 10 from the 32. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. That throw behind his intended target.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They send Cooks left. Allen on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Punting unit out now. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Dump off to his fullback. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Bills are headed out, and we're going to see Ray Davis. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So it'll be 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. He's stepping up and takes up. Wow, it's free again! Recovered by the Broncos.
There are so many fundamental details playing the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
So here comes the Bronco offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First and 10, it's Harvey. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Stepping up, and he's going to run.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
2nd down now, they need 7. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to the well again. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Nick's getting to stretch his legs a little bit here. A gain of 4 on the run, partner. They're going to be looking at 3rd and goal from the 5.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Third and goal, here's Nix. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The Broncos field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they push their lead to 23.
I know it's not a touchdown, but that's exactly what you want to do after a takeaway. Make them pay, and in this case, with 3.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. First call here coming from the shotgun. Running out of the gun with Davis. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Allen looking to throw. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Handoff here to Davis. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Allen. He keeps it and takes off. Loses it again. And the Broncos corral it. They won't get much on that return, Brock. Actually might have lost a little ground, but they do gain possession of the football. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaking up on the play. So we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Nix. Wow, it's free again! And this is scooped up by the Bills! And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Counter give here to Davis. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this one's recovered by the Broncos. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on third. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a fourth down decision. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. And he missed it. It's no good. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Davis gets it from the gun. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. First and 10 from the 32. Throwing here, Allen. Going with a screen to Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal block in the down. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Allen setting up play action. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. And Allen will hold on to this. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Allen on 3rd and short. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's P.J. Luck. And the Broncos get it back after the return is stopped at their own 30. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, here's Nix. Loses it again. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot at it.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity, and thankfully they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. Nix from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Troutman with the grab. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
15-yard gain.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen are ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Here's Allen. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
3rd and long, it's Allen. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Nix to throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Still at the 20. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a toss. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Now Nix on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. The Bills set to take over offensively. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. It is caught left side. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This drive's going to start with a run by McLaughlin. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. All set to go now from the 35. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take over a little ways beyond midfield. They're at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. First and 10 from the 32. They go play action. Here's Trubisky. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Trubisky. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
49-yard attempt.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And unfortunately, that miss follows the pattern of how well things have gone for them here.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. Now, we walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Running over center with McLaughlin. Jukes away from one. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. There's another carry for McLaughlin. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Zone read. They'll give it to Davis. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Trubisky from the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that brings up 4th and long.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, here's McLaughlin. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll go to McLaughlin again. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. From the gun, a carry by McLaughlin. And he'll give back a small bit of what he just ripped off as they take him down behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. They'll run here following the penalty. Oh, Dobbins loses it. But the Broncos will get it back. Whew, heads up play to recover that one. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants. Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. The third down throw falls incomplete.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Again to Johnson to start this drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air with Trubisky. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws, they'll find a drop at some point, too.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, the Broncos get to this one. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Broncos put up even more points in a win. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again.
Bills 7.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills are headed out, and we're going to see Ray Davis. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the gun, Johnson. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Again, this is Johnson. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Trubisky looking to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Slot man motioned over. To the air on 3rd and long. We'll find Johnson out of the backfield. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. All set to go now from the 35. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offense said no more messing around. We're bringing out the big guy, the hammer. And for you physics students out there, that's a great example of Newton's law of motion. The more momentum you build up, the tougher you are to eventually stop.
Going right back to the fullback, next play. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught quickly on the slant. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll run for this. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Now an inside handoff. McLaughlin wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at 2nd down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is McLaughlin. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. First and 10 now from the 46. Here's a look for Nix.
Wow, it's free again!
But the Broncos will get it back. Heads up play to recover that one. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Loses it again. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. And this one, not surprisingly, Brock, a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's third and long. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Back to a familiar target. It's Sutton. He dodged the tackle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
First and 10. Here's McLaughlin. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Running it again with Dobbins. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll air it out on third. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business. but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This is Allen on the give. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Slot man's in motion right. Trubisky. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
He was covered.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's picked off, but, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. First down now, ball at the 33. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. So read here, this is Dobbins. Nice gain there on 2nd down before they get to him, but we also have a flag down, partner, so let's see if this stands. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Throw here, 3rd down. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. They'll come up on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Third and a lone yard coming up. Going for the first with Dobbins. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos are running them out of the building. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Point after is up and through. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Trubisky. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Trubisky now to throw. Oh, the football's loose. And the Broncos corral it. That return actually went backward a little bit, but I imagine, Brock, they'll be happy enough just taking possession. So he made the stop on the fumble return, but he paid the price for it. He's hurt on that play. He's going to need to get looked at to see what's wrong. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Dobbins. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Inside handoff to Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 16. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Dobbins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They run. Here's Dobbins. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Lutz. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of a yard.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Second down pass play coming. And it's going to be an incomplete pass. Rare chance for him to throw it, but things don't work out. It's third down now.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll throw. Third and long. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got fourth down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. But with how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
Mitch Wishnowski in punt formation.
And he gets it away from his end zone. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Nix from the gun. Oh, no, they get it yet again. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Bills get the football back at midfield.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The Bills set to take over offensively. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. He'll look to throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Six defensive backs out there. Broncos going dime here on third down. We'll go with a design keeper. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Now looking to throw. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Now motion him out of the backfield. Third down from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Fourth down, pass coming. And the defender comes away with it. Pat Surtain has it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Broncos offense all set to go. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. Escapes the defender. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. Dobbins trying the right side. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Nix. Dump off to his fullback. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Bills going nickel, third down. Third and long for him here. Has it downfield near the boundary. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's got 5, and we've got our 2-minute warning. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos rolling here in a laugher. Now Nix on third down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Maybe I'm projected here, Kate, but those seem to be the toughest misses. Whether you're in the stadium, watching it online, you're watching it on TV, you're seeing the kick is online, you're watching at field level as a player and everything looks good. But unfortunately, it just falls short.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Handoff to the up back, and he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They're going play action. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Bills first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Setting him on the dive. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. Recovered by the Broncos. Only a little bit of a run after he recovered the fumble, but their offense is going to be happy as they take over possession.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Returning it from the 4. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
First play is to the air. He's got this complete to James Cook. Shoots another one. Breaks through and breaks away. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. This one goes for an even 25 yards. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Here's a carry by Brandon Cooks. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Bills have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Bills first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bills.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's second down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Allen on third down. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Davis goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. Second and goal coming up from the 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's third and goal. Allen looking to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slate, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Goal to go, and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd and goal.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Nick's off the play action. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 32. That's another quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3 now. First give of the game here to the rookie out of UCF. Shoots away from one. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Sends this to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by them.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Ty Johnson now to return. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And they take the field with nothing to show from their last series, Brock. Gotta imagine they're pretty upset with how it ended.
Yeah, and the only way to flush that feeling, and the good teams do this, is to go down and make sure your kicker's not attempting a field goal, but an extra point on this drive.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Allen to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. Up the sideline, past the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Riley Moss with that tackle.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1.
They're on 1 yard line.
The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Heads out on the bootleg. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Shotgun snap to Nix. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Khalil Shakir to return this one for the Bills. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And it sets up second down. They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Cook trying this one up the gut. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Third down, and they need to get 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Third and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Giving this to Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Nix. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Jeremy Crawshaw out once again, punted away. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Allen setting up play action. Throw right side, and Shakir has it. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for the back time. So they're left with 4th down here.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. The Broncos running their offense out once again.
Their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Design bootleg here. Finds a man right side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So maybe the last person you'd expect to get tagged, but that's roughing the passer on one of the cornerbacks. Designed run, here's Nix. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd down, they need 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw, third and long. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun hands out to Harvey. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. There's the fake. Here's Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Now we see after that play, one of the Broncos having a little bit of trouble out there. They're going to head out to look at him. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
I guess that kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback.